There's something really odd about this one spot. Endermen always steal the mushroom I have there. Let's place warp roots there, see if Endermen always steal the warp roots. I mean, it's not really about the spot, it's about the Enderman AI, but why always this one? Why never this one? Or these? I don't think Enderman can pick these up. But why not this, or 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 basically anything here? Why always this one? Nobody knows, but we are gonna find out. But yeah, I've been on a huge cleaning up trip. And cleaned out these a couple times. And put stuff into bike storage. I noticed we don't have a way to get flowers yet and dyes, so we are gonna work on this episode. One sec. I had sparkling water, I'm sorry. Also, I need a way to get the nylium and possibly the warped nylium. Crimson nylium, warped nylium. So we will also do that as a project this episode. We are also gonna try to get some pants. Do we have another right? Ancient debris. We need 4, right? So we could make some pants. Or do I have pants in here? I don't think I do. I mean, it can be diamond pants for now. I just want something with projectile protection for, because I die all the time and it's always those freaking tridents or power 4 bows or whatever. Or what feels like power 4 bows. Let's check. This has Unbreaking 3. That's a good start. Okay, turns out I don't have a projectile protection book. And I'm here at the snow base and I checked all of these and there's no projectile protection here. I'm not sure if one of my villagers has projectile protection. I kinda doubt it. Nope. I guess I can refill my ink sacs while I'm here. Making blocks here is also something I did as part of the cleanup. We got a lot of lanterns. Well, yeah, this is where our ink sacs go. Maybe we can get projectile protection on this. Darn it. And on a book? Nope. I guess we can just make a bunch of throwaway books. We need more XP. I think this is finally the day. Whoa, 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 whoa! Where we check what happens when we take an item out of here. This is gonna be probably disappointing because this hasn't been running for very long. We're at 29 right now. This wasn't that disappointing. It's a decent amount of levels. This was Unbreaking. This was also Unbreaking, right? No. Okay. So throw away this. Unbreaking 2, yeah. Video game. I haven't used this thing in quite a long time. Projectile protection 1, sure. I mean, either I'm the unluckiest person alive or projectile protection is really rare. There's projectile protection 4. We are gonna take that, even though it's only a level 17 enchantment. Give me level 17! Jeez, what an experience. I added a good night song. I also added a good morning song, but you probably won't be able to hear that because I think this will be too far away. But just so I can check if a wandering trader, if someone activating these tripwires is a wandering trader, because I don't think they come out at night. You barely heard one tone there from the good morning song. Yeah, before we go and build our flower farm, I want to check something here to see how far bone meal actually spreads, because I don't know. So, can we bone meal the grass now? Maybe if we get a flower here. Will we ever get a flower here? Ah, we just got one. I can just place that back. Darn it! We just gotta do this like a million times. And this is way further than I thought it would be. This is like an outlier, this line. This is one. This? I'm confused. Grass is too high. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We will go with 11 by 11 because we only will have one dispenser. Let's leave that stuff here for now. Let's take these, put them in here. And let's take, is this 6 silk touch? Yes. Take this and fly over to that, great, to that flower forest island. Which I'm not sure where it was. But I think it's this direction. I didn't take a map for some reason. Oh, it's this. Yeah. So now you know why I did the test over there. Back in our base. Because this isn't very flat. So, one thing to check here, first of all, is if we always get this same flower that we already see somewhere. I know that when you bone meal, you will always get the same flower here. Like here, you will always get like an orange tulip. I mean, we can check. This will require a lot of grass punching, this test. Come on. Come on. Yeah, this is a red tulip. This is an orange tulip again. This is red tulip again. So that's based on your seed, I believe. And I also believe this is independent of the X and Y. Not of the X, just of the Y, like on the of the height. So easy way to test that. Put this here and wait until this grows. And then try it out there. We will do that in a bit. But because this is always the same, we should search for a spot where we get all the flowers in a 9 by 9. I'm not sure if that spot is possible. Except for these red ones and yellow ones. Like the roses and the... Nothing's called. Dandelions. Because I'm pretty sure those are like completely independent from that. Like those can spawn anywhere, anytime, yeah. Like usually we'll get allium here, I believe is that. So let me quickly find a spot for this. As I said, this is gonna require a lot of grass punching. So I'm gonna do that off camera. Turns out I was only partially correct there. The Y value doesn't matter, but the flowers are not always in the same spot or generate in the same spot where they would grow from bone mealing. It's pretty close though. Also something I didn't mention but I assumed was that this was like pretty much random. It's not though, like this. It's clearly following some sort of noise map because all of this is tulips, then it's oxeye daisies. Over here it's then these things, forgot the name. Then it's alliums. And also the roses, or poppies and dandelions have specific spots as well. And the problem is, on this island there doesn't seem to be any spot where we get lilies or cornflowers. I didn't see any cornflowers. Wow, there's a lot of creepers here. Didn't see any cornflowers, but I saw a couple of lilies here. The problem is none of these spots spawn lilies. And if this is a noise map, the lily spawn spots might be like here. But this is all beach. Okay, I put dirt everywhere where we have flower forests. So we need to go to a different island. Possibly a bigger one than this. So I tried out 1.17 yesterday and it turns out it doesn't change world generation at all. Like it doesn't create any chunk borders. Only changes the feature generation, like the underground stuff, like the old Nether updates when they added quartz, which also didn't change the terrain generation. Which is pretty cool because that means we can just delete a bunch of regions inside of our world border here and get new stuff. Obviously, wouldn't delete like this because we have the ocean monuments here, or this where we get our sand from. But for example, we can basically get rid of the regions of this whole landmass up here because we only ever placed markers here. Never did anything else. I got some cows from here, but this is a region I wouldn't delete anyways because ocean monument. But yeah, on the top right here we can get like 1024 by 2000 or so of new stuff. And here on the left side we have been caving here and we have been doing stuff here, the ice farm and so on. Anyways, next up we will go here because I know this is a flower forest island. This might be 2, I'm not sure, but already grabbed the map from the chest. So we will fly there really quick, and I guess I will see you there. I think this is it, right? Yeah. Okay, right away we got cornflowers here, so that's good. And there's a lily there. Yeah, we might have lilies here. Let's check with Bomir. Let's get rid of this stuff, like the lilies, and punch a whole lot of grass. Now we get tulips here. Darn it! Is this all flower forest or is this beach? It's beach. Darn it! Darn it! Darn it! Darn it! Tulip. Tulip. Maybe you cannot get lilies. Do we get cornflowers from me here? There's also lilies here. Let's get rid of some. Yeah, we do get cornflowers here. And do we get lilies here? Yes, cool. And we get tulips here. Do we get all colors of tulips? Let's quickly check. I think it's only pink ones here in the corner. Maybe over here. It's orange ones, white ones, red ones. I think that's all of them. Orange, pink, white, red. Yeah. And then we still need allium. Aha, over here we have a spot where we can get allium, azobluids, and all of the tulips except for the pink ones. So we need pink tulips, ox-eye daisies, cornflowers, and lily on the other side. Red and yellow flowers we won't worry about much because they're easy to get. And by that I mean rose and... oh, it's poppy now, right? Poppies and dandelions. Because we can just get them in our base by bone mealing the floor. Yeah, ox-eye daisies. Pink. Do lilies grow here? I think this just grew, right? Yeah, lilies grow here. And cornflowers. Ox-eye daisies might be and pink tulips. And that would be everything, right? Yeah. Look at this fool. He's stuck. Great spot to teleport. You're dying. Oh, you teleported away. Now I'm scared. And the project is done. I totally did this off camera for you. And I didn't just leave my window open and the footage I recorded was unusable because of cars or anything. Also took quite a long time because I wasn't entirely sure what I was going to do. And over here I've prepared something like the good chef I am. So we can just demonstrate it here. So we have 2 dispensers. One is over here because allium is in this corner. The other one is here in the middle roughly. And I already placed the pistons because we are obviously going to push the grass back and forth. And the question is how are we going to do that? Because the fastest clock you can make for this might be a little bit unintuitive. And I had a different clock in the beginning actually, before I But hey, this could probably be faster. Is this the right spot? Maybe. Darn it, I brought jams and now the music started. But we can't just do one of these. That's the important thing to know here. Let's quickly demonstrate this, because why not? I've prepared so much, we can spend a little time. So this is like a 4-game tick clock, right? You quick pulse this. You fail, because you don't click fast enough. Okay. Let's disconnect these dispensers. And connect these sides. Like so. Put a repeater here. And gonna take out this for now. So this works, right? Activating a piston every 4 ticks. But you can't activate these pistons now on the other face of that. Because those pistons back there won't have fully retracted when these extend. And this one here is gonna work. Oh, I didn't put a repeater, never mind. Oh, actually you can. Yeah, no, you can't. This isn't as fast as the pistons fire, right? It fires like an extra time in between. This is a little bit loud. I will give you that. That's not... Those are blocks. Let's put it to 11. So yeah, it only pushes blocks every second extension. Because one of those can't push them back because the pistons are still extended. So you need a slower clock, but then next slower thing would basically be this. And that's the same speed actually. Just without the extra extension. Man, you can... you would need a clock between that, right? Like a 6-tick clock. Not an 8-tick, not a 4-tick. 6-tick. And you can do that. By having a piston like so. And putting a target block here, or a normal block. Also works. Why can't I sleep yet? Anyways, a normal block you would put a redstone dust on top. Target block you only need one here. And this piston is gonna power itself, right? With the redstone block, and then extend. And then it realizes, oh, I'm not powered anymore. I pushed the block away, but it can't retract yet because it's not fully extended. But it takes 3 ticks to extend because it's powered by a movable power source. It's complicated stuff. Not really, but it basically extends and retracts as fast as it can while keeping the block and powering itself. Which is every 3 ticks is an extension or retraction. So this is a 6-tick clock because this would pulse every 6 ticks. But we can take a signal from both edges basically. And let's not replace this yet. Dun, dun, dun. So we can take this and we can take the other face from down here. Like so. And this is as fast as it goes, as far as I know. And there's probably some funky zero-tick stuff you can do to make this a little bit faster. But then you probably can't bone meal it in between. Because update order and stuff. So the problem now was, for me, when building that back there, how do you shut this off? You can obviously push this out of the way. There's a problem with that though. Because if you push this out of the way... let's get this lever. Put it here. You push this out of the way. You don't know where this block is going to end up. And if it's going to end up in front of the piston, that's totally fine, because this can start up again when we retract this, because it powers itself. But if it doesn't, now I can't do it. If it doesn't, you can't power it anymore. Because it never powers itself in the first place. So that's why we just put a solver here to give the piston an extra pulse when we turn it on or off. And that way it doesn't matter where the block is. So if we turn it on, works. The block ends up there, turn it on, works. The block ends up there, turn it on, works. Okay, and then you just connect the dispensers to that, and if you want to build this for yourself, you're gonna note that you gotta use 2 repeaters here with 1 tick delay each. You can't use 1, that's 2 ticks. And I say ticks, I mean redstone ticks. So with 4 ticks. 2 ticks of delay each. Instead of 4 ticks of delay each. Okay. I think I got it right now. Otherwise it's half the speed. Yeah, then you fill in all your blocks. We need more. Missing one. And then it's a pretty fast flower farm. I mean, you can obviously make this faster by adding more bone meal dispensers. But why would you? How many flowers do you really need? I mean, we had like none, and we spent like 30 seconds there. And our inventory is full. I mean, I guess it's a lot of these. That's also why I didn't bother building a collection system for this. Because we would need a huge amount of hoppers or hopper minecarts to keep up with this. And how many flowers do you need? You might as well use this collection system right here. It's fine. Alright, so that's about that. And let's go home to our base. Oh yeah, I also built a temporary one in the swamp here. Probably gonna take it with me. Alright, we got a good supply of flowers now and a good supply of dyes. Pretty cool. What I don't like is this cobblestone. We will probably replace that. How to speak English. Every time I need like a whole bunch of cobblestone to make like observers or whatever, always gotta go through a lot of these chests or take it out of my bike storage. Because over here we only have 1 row and a shulker box. Where is it? Here. And I know there's more cobble in the system. So maybe let's replace this, because we got dyes now. We also need some sort of bike storage for these eventually, I think. Or we just throw them away. What do I want? I want some glass. Something disconnected. Then make a bunch of these and turn them into a bunch of these. And let's make a 64, why not? And rename them into something like empty spot. And use these. That's gonna be a lot cleaner. And because they are renamed, there's no danger of us ever stacking these with something else that we need. We're gonna do that to the whole system eventually. Not now though. Not now. Also need a place for these coal blocks, probably the glass chest, because this isn't supposed to be here and this is supposed to be in with these. And a shulker box. So for now we'll just stick them in here, I suppose. Okay, what are we gonna need? We are gonna need a bunch of these. We might as well take the slabs and a bunch of these. Might as well take the slabs and the stairs and some stairs here. And we need at least 1 of these and 1 of these. Just take a whole bunch and a bunch of netherrack. And anything else? Something we can put on top of a block, like a chain. Let's just stick a bunch. I think that's it, and the redstone chest. Also, let me quickly show you the morning and night song. I don't think we have done that yet. You have heard the night song, but you haven't heard the morning song. It's over here, where we used to have another wart farm. Ta-da! And what's interesting is... How to speak English? What's interesting here is how we propagate the signal. Because you might not be aware of this. I wasn't. Although it makes total sense now. You don't have to do something like comparator block redstone dust block, comparator block redstone dust block to propagate the signal length and keep it alive. You can just subtract it from 15 and subtract it from 15 and subtract it from 15. If you do that in equal amount of times and you have the same amount of redstone in between comparators, and you have the same amount of redstone between the source and the first comparator, you're gonna get the same signal strength out of it. Or you're like me and you just don't care and you just subtract it from an arbitrary amount at the end to get the right signal length. So this will turn on when it's day. which will extend this piston. Like it's a rising edge detector here. And place the morning song. And this will turn off when it's night, when you can sleep. And we'll retract this piston. So falling edge detector. And play the night song. And the rest is a bunch of mod blocks, obviously. Obviously. Alright, let's get on here. Oh, I also never show you the path, right? So, this is supposed to be short, I never get a short one. Whoa! This isn't fully lit up yet. And there's our way down and up. It's not the greatest, but it's fast, at least down. And up you can end up and there's just not a lot of space here. And the space there we might want to use for other stuff. Yeah, this is the path. I went with a red nether brick after all. Because this is a blast chamber, right? So it makes sense thematically, the color scheme, I think. And this would go all the way over to the biodome here. And something I recently realized is that this also lines up perfectly with the spiral staircase over here. So we have another connection to that now. Okay. So now we want our... I didn't bring any bone meal. I guess I got 2 bones. It's gotta be enough for now. So we want to build our way to get the Crimson Nylium and Warp Nylium somewhere over here, because this is where I mostly need Crimson Nylium and Warp Nylium. Like every time you can't grow both of these fungi on the same block, you gotta use different blocks. So I'm gonna replace these sometimes. And thematically, it also makes sense to have it down here. Maybe in front of this wall. I don't think this has a lot of space. Nope. But it should be enough. We don't need a complicated super fast system or anything. We just need a system. Oh, this is also the wall already. I also want to redo this rail eventually. Maybe in 1.17 you can have rails underwater and the carts are slower, I think. Because I want... sometimes you misplacing one of these fungi and that annoys me. Even though it's really not a big deal, but... you know. So the system we are going to use is going to be super simple. We're just going to need 1 dispenser. And put that in the back. And then we want 2 pistons. And put those 1 block deeper. What is this? It's just an empty spot that I left. This one will have the warped. What is the... oh, it's okay. And this one will have the crimson. And depending on what we need, we will push one of these up. And then we're gonna have something like wood here that we can't destroy fast. So we'll push one of these up. I mean, we can do like a dry run, right? Before I fully build it. I didn't bring a lever. Is there a lever in here? No, of course not. We'll be lucky. Give me 1 lever. Done it. So the idea is push one of these up, and then this will be full with bone meal and running on a clock. And then we can just stand here. So put this lever here. And place down one of these. And it will be automatically bone mealed. And then we destroy it with our left click. And the reason we want the chain is because... or something like a chain can also be a slab or whatever. When you have a block above this, like a full block, you can't bone meal this, I don't think. Yeah, this can still be bone mealed. But if you don't have a block above it, you can bone meal this again and again and again to make the roots and stuff. We don't want to waste bone meal, so we will have something above it. Then you just hold right click and click left click sometimes in between. I don't think you can hold both. You can do that for other stuff, but not when you can insta-mine. Or we need to make a tool that cannot insta-mine netherrack. And then it's gonna be fine. Haha! As I said, it's not too complicated. We just have a piece of redstone here to power these pistons. We can actually do this. Not that it matters much. And the pistons had to be one block further down, because I didn't notice that even a block here, like even when this was up, this could spread to this block here. So it would always use both, with the piston one higher up, and we have them one block further down, and we just power them diagonally, update them with a node block. And those power things also combine into this clock. And that's it. If you want to farm both, you can totally do that, right? Why doesn't this extend now? Oh, that's interesting. That's a funny way to do like a NOT gate, sort of. We can only activate one. We can fix that though. By not borrowing the node blocks with this line back here. We just put... How do I get there? Just do this. Can I pick that piece of redstone back up? No, of course not. I want it though. And I fell into the water stream. So don't do redstone on camera, it's bad. Okay, now it should work fine. This should probably do this. I should use a different block to surround water streams really. Because I don't know if this is wiring or not. On top of it. Okay, now it should work fine with activating both. So you can totally farm both if you want to. I'm not sure why I put that away. Which will look like this. Well, it's 50-50 chance. And I made a tool that doesn't insta-mine. And you can hold right click with this and left click. The dispenser is too slow though. Like sometimes you get netherrack back because the dispenser didn't bone meal it in time. But I think that's okay. It's still pretty comfortable this way. Just put this here in an item frame. And it's still sort of faster than manually clicking fast, I guess. And not too fast, because you gotta concentrate and stuff. Yeah. The other solution, obviously, would be to put a second dispenser here, or maybe even a third, and activate these alternatively. So it's faster. But I'm not gonna do that. We're just gonna surround this with something and be done. And leave it like this. Again, it doesn't need to be fast, because if you need a huge amount of this stuff, you just bone meal the netherrack ground that you put down. Just for this, pretty much. And so we never run out of these blocks. Anyways, that's gonna be it for this episode. I hope you have a good day and take care, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.